Hello everyone, I'm Archana, a professional image consultant, a soft skills trainer, a behavioral coach, a child psychologist, an NLP practitioner, a mentor, and a stylist. I believe in understanding and implementing on myself before imparting it to someone else. With over 19 years of professional experience in guiding executives, business leaders, frontline teams, and even working one-on-one with potentials from every walk of life, I've always tried to change lives for the better. Since 2017, I have my own brand known as Balance, Be Your Own Brand. The aim is to assist you to find and showcase your best version through your image and to strengthen the strengths of your personality. I believe that in order to grow and succeed in any aspect of your personal, professional, or social life, you need to have a purpose, commitment, discipline, and dedication. We assist you to use your strengths and talents to reach your greatest potential. I am a staunch believer that you are your own brand. However, if you don't create it, someone else will. So stay positive, stay authentic, refine your image, build your insight, and develop skills to achieve your personal and professional best with advantageous, radical, careerist, helpful, assertive, nurturant, and ardent me.
Back with exciting series in the webinar by the name Netiquette. Hope everyone understand what etiquette means. As per the dictionary, the meaning of etiquette is the customary code of polite behavior in society. Once again, I will repeat. As per the dictionary meaning of etiquette, it goes by the customary code of polite behavior in society among members of a particular profession or group. Hope it's loud and clear. Hence, by seeing or by viewing these days as much challenges which we are facing in terms of etiquette on social media and other our communication medium, we decided why not to come up with a webinar by the name Netiquette, where we are adding etiquette plus internet. Means whatever the activities we are doing on internet, like using the social media pages or any other form of communication. Before starting the webinar or say a short form of virtual seminar, I will just try to inform you all that these days we might have seen or we might have analyzed that me or you have been the part of somewhere here and there in the terms of fake news, in spreading the fake news, or me or you have been the part of reading the fake news. Apart from me and you have been somewhere under the problem of professional ethics in terms of social or internet communication. Hence, to prove my statements or to move beyond with this topic, I will just love to have a video which you will also find, yes, these challenges really exist due to the social etiquette concerns. Okay. So might you have liked the video, you have understood the video. And these days, the same kind of challenges and problems we too are facing in our day-to-day life. You might have seen lot of rights, lot of communal tensions, lot of officials, corporate kind of problems which we are facing these days in terms of netiquettes. And the very मतलब अभी मैं ऐसा बोलना चाहूँ जो सबसे लेटेस्ट एक अभी आपको न्यूज स्प्रेड हुआ था जिसका मैं अभी आपको आई विल शो यू द वीडियो and post that video. I will love and I will love to call Archana who will share the means how well we should behave and how much we should pass the information on social media so that it's not been used or it's not been violated. Also we are not harassing anyone and also we are not means giving any our opinion or facts on the false news. Before that, I will love to share one more video which will relate you the latest issue which happened in India. I think it's just 2 weeks or 3 weeks back. So thank you for viewing this video. Before starting of the session and calling Archana, I will just now stop sharing my screen, and I will also try to inform you that the process of this webinar is that post Archana session we will be having the question and answer round by Archani, and also we will be sharing some more information about the next week webinar as well as the new courses which are going to be launched by Archana. Thanks. Now it's all over to you, Archana.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Am I audible and I'm visible? Can I have a few waves before we start? I can see a few of you. Thank you very much for joining in And before we start, I just want to ask each one of you, hope you all are doing safe. Hope you're all absolutely secured in your surroundings and you are having a happy time being at home and doing the best you can in this particular moment. Absolutely. The thing is, the situation that we are all built in right now is something which has been gifted to us by nature. We actually didn't all anticipate this thing coming, but I'm very, very sure, and I'm very happy to hear the news that I keep hearing from every corner, that we all are making the most of it. So thank you everyone for doing your bit and making our planet worthwhile, because over the journey we have learned so much. Like last couple of months, it's been home, it's been doing work from home, it's been doing activities which make us positive, all from home. And it is not easy, and I can absolutely understand each one of you. So netiquette, during my growing up years, I always heard the word called etiquette, and I always thought that etiquette was only about dining table. Like having brought up in an army household, we had a structure that we needed to follow, and I always thought, etiquette shayad sirf mere ghar mein hai, because my parents are very, very strict about it. However, with the journey, I came to realize how important it was to have etiquette in our lifestyle. So, etiquette is much more than what we have heard about it. And that is what is the outcome, is the purpose of this particular session. Because by the end of it, I want each one of you कि आप लोग समझें कि नेटिकेट एटिकेट जिस चीज की भी बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं वो कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है और क्यों हमें इसको अपना एक लाइफस्टाइल बना लेना चाहिए. सो वी आर गोइंग टू बी टॉकिंग अबाउट इट. मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि जितना हो सके इसको बहुत ही इजी तरीके से, so that we can all implement it just after this webinar. We don't even have to wait. And most of you are pro, most of you know all, but I think it's time we start implementing it. So, ladies and gentlemen and young adults, netiquette is more than surfing on the phone or writing on the phone. It is about doing everything that you can do on social media. So, from writing blogs to posting pictures to posting videos to writing many articles on XYZ platforms, all of it calls for a netiquette. Now, when we talk about netiquette, netiquette means your etiquette on internet or any social media platform. That includes your telephones, that includes your emails, that includes your posting on XYZ social media platforms, or even kind of interacting with people that we are doing right now on webinars. So, webinar was something which was not easy for all of us to do a transition as far as work was concerned, right? So, when we did that transition, we didn't know how exactly it would go, how exactly are we supposed to do it. But yes, over the period of time, by taking one step at a time, we have learned the art to do these webinars in a most productive manner by making ourselves look like much more professionals, even working from home structure. So right now with this netiquette, we are going to learn a lot about social etiquette on the internet. So making it very simple for you, netiquette is your etiquette on internet. So anything and everything that you do on the internet is netiquette. As humans, communication is very important for us, and every moment we're communicating with one another. So why not make this communication on the internet, which is going to stay with us for a very long time right now? Let's make it so we are more productive. Our personal branding is much more stronger, and we grow in life rather than disrespecting people. Let's learn to respect people even while we interact with some unknown faces on social media handles. So my complete request from all of you would be, let's learn alongside. And the objective of this webinar is basically to accept people and to feel acceptable. When we accept people, whoever we meet on social media handles, of the way that they are, rather than criticizing, helping them to grow, adding value to their being. So the thing is that I want each one of you to be more acceptable, more appreciable, more successful, and learn the internet safety values. So the outcome and the objective of the entire webinar is to make you feel awesome on the platform that most of us are new on, or most of us don't know how we need to be much more professional on this platform. So let's learn and let's grow. So knowing from etiquette, I think most of you must have heard this word nth number of time, and we know most of the etiquette. Now, these three which I've placed on the screen are three very basic ones like travel etiquette, business etiquette, or driving etiquette. However, etiquette goes with endless amount of things that you can think of. Even while you communicate with people with different backgrounds, different countries, you have these kind of cultural differences, you have a different etiquette for that. However, not going to them, today we will keep our focus on netiquette. You might wonder what exactly is good netiquette. We all have been doing this for some time and it is not new for us. हम लोग हर कोई Facebook पे हैं, Instagram पे हैं, we are all blogging, we are all interacting with each other, we are doing Skype calls, we are on Zoom. But the thing is, though the thing is that we have been doing this even earlier, now it is done on a bigger scale because we don't have any other option. But do you think there are certain rules that we need to follow? If yes, then let's go ahead. So netiquette is no fixed rule. I can't say like these are the 5 points that you need to follow and you are a pro to it. It's a thing that you need to keep trying. You need to keep accessing. You'll have your own set of things that you will see that happen with you. So you will have to learn alongside. However, the basic rules are that you need to have to understand that you need to be considerate enough, respectful enough, and have an honest behavior to whosoever you interact with on social media. Like say, for example, we are on a webinar called Netiquette. We are so many people here, most of us don't know each other. But the thing is, since we are on the same platform, we are on a learning platform where we want to grow, we want to learn. So when we are on a structure like that, we need to first of all be considerate with each other that we are learning alongside. We need to respect each other and we need to have that honest behavior that yes, I'm here as a professional and I want to grow my life as a person in my personal, professional, and social life, right? So netiquette right now, say children are attending classes online. We are doing our work, most of it online. We are actually living on net, right? Internet is one of the things that we can't do without right now. So the thing is, we need to understand how we can play around with being much more considerate, respectful with one another rather than kind of losing or kind of breaking those laws which are going to be not so good. So to go ahead with how you can make your netiquette, your net etiquette much more stronger, let's start first impressions. So first of all, you need to understand the moment when you used to step out of your houses a couple of months back and you would meet somebody exactly is the same structure that we are following on internet right now. So when you meet on webinars, when you meet people, when you're doing general Skype calling with your friends, you need to understand every time you greet somebody, every time you meet somebody, every time you meet somebody on the eye, you're making a first impression as you used to do when you used to meet somebody in person. So keeping that thing as a base, that netiquette is as important as how you would meet somebody one-on-one. So keeping those norms in mind, that so many things that you would not say to a person when you would meet somebody in person, right? So why say those things on the internet, even to a person whom you don't know? So first of all, remember, now with webinars, we need to have a much more stronger feel of a first impression because people are just watching you this close. Earlier, you could kind of, even if you were interacting with somebody, there was some distraction. You could be talking to somebody else and that distraction movement or the eye movement would waver. But right now, say you are 70 of you here or 60 of you here, you all are watching one person talking, right? So all your eyes are on me. If I'm not properly dressed, if I am not confident, if I don't look the part, you will not take me seriously. Similar situation stands for you. Every time you're making, whenever you're delivering something, whenever you're communicating with somebody, you make sure that you look and sound confident, that you need to greet people appropriately. You need to do exactly the same things that you used to do earlier, but now the only platform is earlier you were doing one-on-one. Right now, it's happening on the web. So understand webinars and all these meetings, all these classroom sessions that we are having, you need to be much more stronger with your first impressions. And mind me when I say this, your first impressions create your personal brand. Okay, you have to have that feeling that I am a personal brand, and when people see me, I need to make an impact with whatever I say, with whatever I deliver, with whatever knowledge that I carry within. So greet people appropriately, be mindful of others and their personal space. Now understand, since we have this phone in our hands, it does not mean we go onto any personal window of anybody who you have on your friend list, or even not. You can't go and comment on, kind of get into their personal space and get too much into it. Understand your lines, understand where you need to stop, understand till what extent can you comment, and stop there. Display a genuine interest in others. Even while we are here on a webinar, even if you're listening, must be many of you must be finding it interesting. Many of you must be thinking she's talking the same thing that I know. However, whenever you are talking to somebody, and I can see most of you here, so show genuine interest. So, it makes the person who's talking, it keeps them motivated. At the same time, it also gives a nice feeling about you as a personal brand when I see you. So now that I'm seeing you here, maybe sometime when I see you in person, I'll remember, I had him in my webinar or her in my webinar, and she seemed very, very interested. Also be engaging and interesting. Whenever you're making a conversation with anybody over the internet as well, you need to make it very, very engaging and interesting for the other person. It should not be like she doesn't stop or he doesn't stop. So the first impressions that you carry are the impressions that are going to go with you for a very long time now, because this life that we have got through coronavirus is going to be with us for a very long time. One. Secondly, we need to understand, just because we have a button in our hands and we can kind of go into anybody's personal space and say and do whatever we want is not right. We should not misuse the power of internet. So please make sure that your first impressions, whenever you are giving, whenever you're coming live, whenever you're online, make sure they are done in the most authentic and appropriate manner. Dress well, give yourself that boost. Okay, I'm going to be in front of people, so I need to present myself in the most happy and the most appropriate and positive manner. Going ahead, let's talk about email etiquette. Whoever and everyone, whoever is listening to me, we are all into writing each other emails. We are giving our assignments on emails. We are also writing professional emails. Children are also writing friendly emails. So everybody is also to understand that there is a certain parameter of email etiquette. So now whenever you write an email, you need to understand it has to be concise. It has to be to the point. So you need to keep it short. You can't write a big email with no subject matter relevant that you want to speak. Okay, so your email has to be very, very concise, to the point, and just what you want to say has to go in that. Also, say for example, you write, I am the person who is the CEO and I have to write it to certain people in the organization. So when I kind of send that thing, and whenever the person who receives it sends it back as a reply to me, make sure you do not write reply to all. You need to understand that reply to all is only meant for the person who wants to send it to a lot of people. But the reply has to come to the person who has sent you the email. So keep it short, avoid replying it to all, because in that way, your email box also clutters. And also it is a very, very inconvenient way for the other person to receive so many emails for which he was not looking for an answer, right? You need to give a descriptive subject. Whenever you write an email, the person should know, whosoever receives it, that this particular email is on this subject matter. For example, say we are doing a webinar on netiquette. If I need to send emails to you, then I should have a descriptive subject. So you know, probably if Archana has sent me an email, it is regarding what subject. Again, you need to have searchable emails. For example, say if I have an email which I need to save or which I need to maybe read it further, I need to have a word which if I type, that particular email subjects open and I can choose from it. So your email should have a searchable subject in it or a word in it, which makes easier for you to locate it on your email list. Also keep it very organized. Don't have a clutter. The emails that you don't want, just let them go, and just keep an organization of the emails that you would need even to go back in the future. Do not send emails at night. Again, like how we have this thing that we don't call people after a certain time, we don't meet people after a certain time in the evening, we don't kind of have those kind of dialogues with people at a certain time in the evening. Similar things go with emails. Do not send emails, say, at 2 o'clock at night to your employer, or to a person who is working for you, who you are working for, because then it gives a wrong notion to the person. Because, the cycle that probably you were thinking that if I just let go of this and my work is done at 2 o'clock, avoid that. Send it at 7 in the morning or before 8 p.m. So it sounds more professional, one, and it gives a feeling that you have a schedule which you follow. Again, don't use acronyms like, LOL, DYK. We all know these things, and most of us don't know it at all. Believe me when I say this, I have a daughter who's 13 and she has all these kind of acronyms that she uses, and I am basically not aware of most of them. So don't use these acronyms, and make the writing on email as simple as possible, because then in that way what happens is it is easier for somebody to understand. Because that person, if he writes back to you, I didn't understand, then you'll have to go into the same process of rewriting it or explaining it. However, make your communication as simple as possible, so it becomes easier for the other person to understand that. So hope the email etiquette is good to go. Keep it short, avoid reply to all, use a descriptive subject so it knows what you're sending, what the person has received is getting, what he has to read in the particular email. Also, keep it organized. Do not send emails at night, and don't use acronyms or too much of them. If you feel that you're writing a friendly one and your friends do understand one or two, keep it to that and don't use too many of them. All right, video call etiquette. We are all into video calling each other. We are all having classroom sessions which are videos. We are also doing Skype calls. We are doing most of our work on the video calls, even if we need to train people in our own organization. So when video call has become so much prominent and seems to be staying with us for a very long time, then we need to understand the things that we need to keep into account to have the experience of the video call more professionally, more impactful, and something which makes the other person look for your video call even the next time. So all those people who are hearing me out right now, if you want, you can make a note of this. Now, while you're doing the video calls, make sure you keep your device, whichever it is, whether it's your laptop, even if it is your phone you're doing it on, keep it at an eye level. It should not be low. It should not be very high. So what happens is, when you see or when you talk directly into the camera, the other person gets your contact. So there is a bond which instantly gets made. So keep your device at eye level. Even if you need to stack some books, if you have a table which is a little low, stack some books. So make it come to an eye level. Your camera should be at the eye level. So in that way, your communication with your students, the communication with your employees, the communication with your employers, communication with your friends is going to be very, very positive. The next thing is to look directly into the camera. I know it is very distracting when we have a lot of people right in the front, smiling or doing things, or maybe even distracted to do many other tasks, to look directly into the camera. But I'll give you a small tip for this. आपके पास sticky notes होंगे, तो what you can do is you can actually cut a little bit of a sticky note and place just next to the camera on your laptop. So in that way, okay, I need to look at that sticky note and talk. So that actually is going to help you to have a direct contact with the camera, one, and apparently the people who are watching you will feel that you are actually making a good eye contact. Next, proper lighting. Make sure wherever you're sitting, wherever your desk is, wherever you are stationed, there is proper lighting that has been given to your face, to the elements around you which you want to be highlighted. Rest is all good to go. So first is to keep your device at the eye level, to look into the camera directly, to use proper lighting. Make sure it's not too much lighting, it's not less lighting. Also remember, whenever आपके जो फोन से, आपके जो इनबिल्ट लैपटॉप के जो कैमरे से जो लाइट आती है, that is a little blue in shade. So whenever you are actually lighting up the light around you, make sure it has some warmth in it. So probably a little yellow lighting will help you get a better and a much more appropriate surrounding and a face that is much more positively light up. Again, proper background. Make sure that your background is not very cluttered. Make sure there's not too much happening behind so that people get too entangled to look what's there on your wall or what's there behind you. So it should be as simple as possible, should not be much running around, so that doing a little bit of your background play can also work. In case you feel कि कुछ चीजें हैं जो आप हटा सकते हैं, please go ahead, remove the clutter, keep it as simple as possible, and you're good to go. Proper hair and makeup. Make sure for all the gentlemen, your hair is properly done, you're well groomed, you're professionally dressed up, and you're right there with no distraction coming from anywhere. Your beard is properly done, your mustaches are done. Similarly, for all you beautiful ladies and for all you young adults, please keep a look onto how you look, because proper hair and proper makeup will definitely give a better impact rather than hum sirf bed se utھ ke aa jaye and we sit down for a classroom. That will not look good. So get yourself dressed, put yourself a little bit of lip balm or put your hair back so you are presentable and you look that, okay, she's here to attend a class, or probably if she's here to deliver a lecture. So whatever it is, you need to look the part for whatever event you're going for. Dress for success. Now, many people think that sitting at home is a life wherein you can wear anything, you can present in any way because ghar pe hai, so it doesn't matter. However, I defy to that. Whenever you are doing any webinars, whenever you're attending any meetings, whenever you are attending any classroom sessions, remember to dress how professionally you would dress if you would go out of your homes. So make sure that your experience of dressing is as good as how it was a couple of months back. So be professionally dressed, button down shirts for all the gentlemen. Women, you can dress up in nice saris or you can dress up in nice dresses or shirts, button downs recommended. So make yourself absolutely professional whenever you're dealing with any sort of a setup wherein you are supposed to be in front of the camera. Check your sound source. Not every time can we rely on the inbuilt sound source of a laptop or a phone. So make sure that you have microphones properly checked, or you have some additional backup which you can use as a sound source so you are properly heard by the people around you. Again, very important thing to take into consideration is use appropriate language. Sometimes, we don't pay much of attention at times क्योंकि घर में होते हैं, हमारा attitude different hota hai, and there's so many things happening around. Sometimes some words just slip off our mouth and we just kind of say some things. Always remember, whenever you say anything over the internet, whenever it reaches out to people, that is something you cannot get it back. So make sure the language that you use is something which is soothing, which is relaxing, which really helps in just one second. Yeah. Sorry, just lot. Yeah. So appropriate language is very, very important, because what happens is when you use the words that are professional, you are actually taken up very seriously. So now what happens is, if I was here and if I was taking a webinar in this, agar main kuch aise word use karti which were not appropriate, you would not want to listen to me again, right? So you understand that whenever, even children, don't use words that you think would hurt somebody or which would not look nice if it's on a platform where everybody is hearing you. Okay, so make sure to make use of appropriate language. So now we go again to telephone etiquette. We've all been talking to each other over the phone for decades and decades together, so it's not new. However, now that we are at home, we need to make it sure that our conversation, even on the phone, एक ऐसी conversation होनी चाहिए जिसमें दूसरे को हमें बिना देखे उसको लगे, this person is talking some sense, one, and also talking business. She is talking something which is relatable. So whenever somebody calls you or you call somebody, make sure you give a grand opening by saying a nice hello. Okay, it should not be a dead hello. There should be some energy in you. There should be something powerful in your voice that makes the other person feels okay, it's good to talk to this person. So a good hello, it should be a grand opening. Again, keep a notepad and a pen handy. So if somebody has to give you any sort of a message, then you don't need to run around that time, और आपके पास वो चीज होगी तो आप उसको उसी time लिख लेंगे. So make sure that you have a notepad and pen handy just next to you. Okay. Again, be a good listener. We don't basically understand the difference between listening and hearing. So whenever somebody is talking, make sure that you are patient enough to understand. You're patient enough to understand what the person is conveying to you rather than rushing to making your own statement. So be a good listener. Ask open-ended questions so there is a conversation that is built up inside. जब हम फोन करते हैं और आगे वाला भी नहीं बोलता और हम भी ज्यादा नहीं बोलते, so it becomes like a blank conversation, right? So make a platform wherein there is a open-ended question kind of a frame wherein you are asking the other person questions and the other person is also answering you back in the right possible manner. Ask before you put someone on hold. कई बार हम क्या करते हैं, हम किसी को लाइन देते हैं and we don't even ask them, can I put you on hold? And we just simply tell them, okay, just one moment. That one moment is not good enough. You need to let the other person know that I am putting you on hold. Is it okay with you? Let the other person first give you a reply, then you go ahead and put the person on hold. Because you know what happens is, ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, भले हम इनको जानते भी होंगे, भले हम इसको कई बार यूज भी करते होंगे, but now the time we need to pay attention on this, because these small little details make a personal brand that is called you. So always ask people whenever you're putting them on hold, don't keep them on hold for more than 1 minute. That is, again, because it becomes a very long time for somebody to be on hold. If you feel the other person your call or your task is not yet finished, you can always come back, ask them that, can I call you later, or finish your talk. So don't exceed your holding capacity to the other person for more than 1 minute. Avoid mouth noises. While you're speaking to anybody, while you're doing webinars, while you're chatting with anybody, make sure you're not eating something, there's no chewing gum happening around, or you're not eating, because what happens is then the whole point of distraction goes from the webinar to what the other person is eating. So then we are more interested, yeah, what is he eating? I think I'm also feeling hungry. So if most of you are eating here, then I will be more interested to know, oh man, it's 5 o'clock. I think it's coffee time and biscuit time. So I'm sure everybody is enjoying that. So all these things have to be taken into consideration when you are directly meeting up with your associates. Again, give undivided attention. Whenever you're talking to somebody, whenever you're conversing with a group, make sure your attention is towards that particular topic or that particular person that you are communicating with. Otherwise, what happens is the other person then feels the person is not interested to talk to me and the communication goes haywire. ये चीजें मैं आपको इसलिए भी बता रही हूँ because over the telephone, over the webinar, still we can see somebody. Over the telephone, we basically can't see people one-to-one, and it is only about hearing. Also remember, hearing also has a lot of weightage in that. Whenever you're talking, your voice, your way of presentation, your voice modulation, the strength on particular words does make a lot of difference. So make sure that your words don't convey to the other person that you're not interested in what they're talking. Give a good last impression. It's equally important to give a good last impression as it is to give a good first impression. Whenever you are saying bye to somebody over the phone, you just don't kind of slam the phone and you just can't vanish. You need to make a exit in a proper way. So make sure that your last impression is as good as your first impression. So don't feel, yeah, I think puri baat achhi ho gayi, now I think it's all done. Ab main phone, I can keep the phone down. No, make sure if it's the person you're talking to who's elder to you, you ask them, all right, thank you, it was so nice talking to you, let's catch up again soon, and bye, and then keep the phone down. Also, smile. I know when people are not seeing you, why to smile? But whenever you smile, it reaches the other person even through the telephone. So it is very important whenever you're talking to somebody, smile, laugh, do whatever it takes to make the conversation as fruitful as you can. Very important, let the caller hang up first. If somebody has called you, make sure that person keeps the phone down first and not you. So sometimes what happens is we talk and before we know the call has got disconnected and we just don't know what's going on. So make sure the person who has called you has finished his agenda of speaking, and then once he or she has kept the phone down, then can you hang up the phone down to yourself, at your end too. So though these are very minute things, maybe most of you know this, but we need to make it into action right now in our daily ways. Practice it every day, because practice, practice, and practice is going to master these skills, so you can kind of have a lifestyle which is now going to be on webinars or telephones or general on all these social media platforms, right? So take a note of them. Again, for all the young adults right now who are home, who are doing their classes from home, and everything for you is like even interacting with your own friends is like everything is over social media. You've been watching various channels, you've been uh, attending classrooms on Google, you've been actually doing webinars with your friends, you're doing Zoom meeting with your friends, you're also kind of learning a lot through many other mediums on the internet. Now you need to take a lot of concern and a lot of care while you interact, one, and also while you're surfing the internet. So these are a couple of a few rules that you can follow to make your experience on internet absolutely positive. Be respectful. Anybody you're talking to, anybody you're conversing with, whether they're teachers, whether they're your friends, whether they're your seniors, make sure that your tone is respectful. Because always remember, anything that goes on webinars, anything that happens on the social media handles, once it is posted, it stays there forever. Even if you delete it, people have already read it. So once and for all, your reputation is built. So make sure that you built a good personal brand of yourselves and make it so strong that people would want to get connected to you. So be respectful. Don't be too quick to take offense. So now the thing is, whenever we talk to our teachers, whenever we talk to our friends, there might be certain situations wherein you feel offensive of the way somebody is talking to you. Just chill and don't take offense personally. Now, what happens is you need to understand that the behavior the other person is portraying is his or her behavior. You need to maintain calm. You need to understand that whatever is written on the internet or whatever social media handle have those comments, not everybody has taken out time to understand, to write what is supposed to be written in a positive manner. So don't take it seriously and just let it go or just delete it from your platforms. Don't overuse emoticons and abbreviations. Again, we have so many emotions of these, even on our WhatsApp, so many emoticons that we can actually use, but we need to understand that smileys and those stars are still okay, but you can't be like giving hugs or giving those hearts to everybody and everybody. With your friends, with your families, keep the emoticons very, very personal. You can't go on a social media handle and send on emoticons and abbreviations to everybody and anybody in whichever way. So be very, very uh, serious in sending those to whoever you're sending, because not everybody is going to see or kind of turn them around in the way you have sent it. So, your message has to reach properly to everybody. Protect the privacy of others. Also remember, whenever you kind of paste any pictures, whenever you paste any content, whenever you pasting even your content from your friend's window to your window, make sure there is a privacy that is maintained. You have to ask that person in case you can post their pictures, in case you are posting their content, you need to understand to ask. So don't just kind of invade or go into anybody's sector and kind of feel, it's absolutely available. I'm on social media and I can comment or I can go into anybody's personal life and I can comment. No. So protect the privacy of others. Check your check your spellings, grammar and language. It is very, very important. Whenever you post anything, do proofread, do read it twice before you are sending a message to anybody. Think about what the spelling is, what the grammar is, what the language that you're using, because once you have sent it, it's not coming back for correction to you. So please make sure everything is checked beforehand before you send. Avoid sarcasm. Why do that? Even in personal life, when we don't like it ourselves, we should avoid doing it for others. Sarcasm is something that really is hurtful. When would you like it if somebody would do it to you? So whenever you have such incidences and whenever you have that urge to say certain things to somebody, make sure to do a self check. If the same thing was done to you, would you have liked it? If the answer is no, then please don't do it at all. Stay safe. Make sure that you are onto platforms which are safe and not for everybody to just kind of barge it into your privacy. If you have certain uh, sites that you watch, make sure there is parental control. Ask your parents to put that, because what happens is we have those predators who are outside who might kind of invade in your personal space and comment or write something which is not nice. So please make that safety absolutely strong. Don't share too much of information on internet, and this goes for everybody, not just the young adults. We should know how much we need to share with people. You know, we share our pictures, we have our webinars, we'll share the pictures, we've gone for a party, we share the pictures, we are doing some constructive artwork, we share the pictures. But make sure what your information of sharing is at till what level. You need to understand that I know my boundaries of sharing. You can't go on sharing everything that's going on in your life. Again, if you have certain problems that you face on internet through people invading into your personal space, all you young adults, make a note of it that you need to consult your trusted adults. Talk to them, share with them, and believe me, they will come out with some kind of a way to solve that thing out. Please don't keep it to yourself, and please make sure that you are talking. See, again, this netiquette that we're talking, but the thing for you young adults, you need to understand, ये वही एक life है जिसमें हम एक दूसरे से मिलते हैं. So the life has to be same way projected here. So if somebody was troubling you in real life, you would talk about it, right? Similar thing goes here. If there is somebody who's sending you some remarks or sharing something with you over internet, please do talk to adults and go on to the next level of being safe. Again, do's and don'ts of netiquette. Your profile picture should represent you. Now, when I say that, I think most of you can kind of resonate with this feeling. Most of the people who send us friend requests are the people who are not there on that picture. They have used some celebrity picture, or they have used some other picture, which basically, even with the name, gives us that kind of a thing that this person is not this. So make sure, all you people who want to make a personal branding very strong, who want to have an impact which is very strong, to have your own profile picture which represents you. And also it has to be in a proper way. It does not have to be in your home clothes. It has to be in a proper way wherein you are looking the part, wherein it resonates with your own personality, with what you do, with what you want to convey, and how you want to represent and market yourself. Send friend requests to people you know. Again, we have friend requests coming from everywhere and anywhere. कोई भी friend request भेजता है and they think that we should accept it. Either it should be somebody who is from the same work background wherein you can accept their friend request, but don't randomly send friend request. It's very annoying, because what happens is, first of all, you don't know that person. Second of all, even if you want to know that person, you need to kind of have a, say, you send a message that, you know, I really like your profile and I think you're doing great work and I would really want to learn from you. So, you know, that kind of a dialogue can happen, and then, yes, can I connect with you? So have a dialogue before you randomly send friend requests to people, and give the leverage for the to people to whether to friend you or not friend you. So, you know, be open to that and don't feel bad if they don't friend you. Again, don't over communicate. It is always nice to learn from one another. It is always nice to know the possibilities that can happen during this time of lockdown, how far we can go to learn, what can we learn from each other, how much are we contributing to helping people into positive structures. But you know, there is a length and the limit of communication we all need to understand. You can't communicate and go into their personal space where they themselves get uncomfortable. तो अपने आप को वहां रोकें जहां पे लगे कि now I'm not invading into somebody's personal space. Don't share photos and tag people without asking. And that even goes with your friends. Now, many a times what happens is we are in a group, we click pictures and we kind of post it. Now, not many people would want that picture because probably they are not looking that nice in that picture. So make sure you ask the people who are in that picture, mind if I post this picture? So in that way, there is always kind of a common consensus one, and there is always positivity from all the people who are in that frame. So just because you look nice in that picture does not give you the freedom to post that picture. So be careful about it. Wall posts and private messages. always remember, even while we put wall posts on people on their personal handles, those posts are easily visible to the friends of that particular person. So make sure you're not writing anything which is inappropriate or disrespectful. So make sure everything that you post, even on people's windows or personal handles, they should be very, very strongly monitored, one, and they should be very, very properly designed. So when I say properly designed, the language has to be very, very appropriate. Going to next, don't use inappropriate language. I always tell that to everybody. We don't even consider कई बार हम कैसे बोल जाते हैं और दूसरे को hurt हो जाते हैं. So make sure that you use the words that you would want people should use it for you. कई बार जब आप लिखें and you're not very sure, make sure आप उसमें self analysis करो, self reflection करो कि अगर मुझे ही किसी ने लिखा होता तो would have I liked it? If the answer is no, please don't post it on their walls or anywhere where people can see that comment or they can see that comment. So please use appropriate language. Give credit. If there is a time that you are posting some article that has been written by somebody else, or you posting some picture which is on somebody else's platform, give the credit to that person that I have taken this kind of a picture from that particular place. Say, for example, if I've taken a particular quote from, say, self-reflection, then I need to tag them that this particular post was on their page. So give credit to people, even if you're sharing something that you like. Do not flame. Now, when I talk about flame, it is about insulting or using rude language on the internet. When you see Twitter or when you see any other pages where people think that having a phone in the hand means that you can write anything, you can comment anything, or you can kind of use your power in any possible way, then I feel that is wrong. Please make sure that you don't flame anybody. Don't do that, because it is something, if we want to grow as a community, if we need to grow as a country, and if we need to grow globally, we need to take care of each other's emotions. These are the people skills that we need to consider now, because we all together globally are on the same platform today, talking to each other. Yes, languages are different. That also, through our emotions, through our gestures, through our etiquette, can be displayed. But we need to be very, very conscious of what we are doing on the internet. Again, thank you has a lot of power. So whenever you're communicating, whenever you're doing anything, any kind of interaction with anybody, never forget to say thank you. Anybody and everybody is adding value to your being right now. So make sure, if you have a problem, you face it. You don't Facebook it. Sometimes what we do, अगर हमारी किसी से कोई लड़ाई हो गई है, या अगर हमारा किसी से कोई interest match नहीं होता, we in a particular kind of a quote put it on the wall, soch ke ki, that person will understand, read it and understand. Don't do that. Don't do that, one. Secondly, even if you're facing some problem, make sure you talk about it to people around you who love you, who care for you, rather than putting it on Facebook. Because people out there don't care. Let's take it that way. Those are our people who are there, who know us, but they don't know us internally. Yes, there are many who do, many who care, but we expecting that if I put a problem on Facebook and it's going to get sorted, it's not going to happen that way. So make sure you reach out to people in person, over the phone, over personal calls, or over personal messages. So in that way, what happens is you're connected, there is a solution. So have a solution based kind of a platform wherein you are still communicating, even when we are all sitting at home and doing these awesome webinars. Again, before you post anything, think. Now, think is an acronym that has been used for whatever you're posting. Now, T stands for, is it true? Whatever you're posting, if there is any news, any kind of a forward that you feel that you're posting, any kind of information that you're posting, make sure to validate that before you kind of post it. Make it sure that you know that, is it true? H stands for, is it helpful? Whatever I'm posting, is it going to help as a community? Is it going to help somebody in a positive manner? If it doesn't, please don't post it. Is it inspiring? whatever you're posting, whatever energy that you are now spreading across the country, across the globe, is it inspiring for everybody? Now, we have all these scares that are happening that, okay, now the earthquake is coming. Now, theek hai, wo news, we are all hearing it on the news channels. But when you are sharing something, when you are kind of putting a news across, put it in a way which gives a positive message to it. Again, whatever you're putting, is it necessary to put, or is it because you want to put something, then it goes on your window? So make sure whatever you're posting, you have to do an analysis whether it is necessary for you to have it there or not. Again, whatever you're posting, is it kind? So if it's not kind and you feel कि अगर आपको कोई ऐसे बोले आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, so please don't post it. So make sure that you think about whatever you post on the internet. So whether it is true, whether it is helpful, whether it is inspiring, necessary, or kind, you need to understand and then take a step forward to post whatever you're posting on the internet. A few more tips to be good to go for all your social media handles, whichever way you're experiencing, whichever way you're using it. All you need to do is never use all caps. Whenever we are writing anything in all caps, what happens is it feels as if you're shouting. On the internet, it makes you feel that somebody's shouting at you, like somebody says, do it properly. So say do it properly is written in capital. It actually feels that I'm not doing it properly, and this person is trying to tell me that you better do it properly. So don't use all caps. Always spell check. Whenever you're writing anything, make sure that you proofread. If it's an official document, make sure आपके घर पे जो भी है आप उनसे भी एक बार read करा लें, so that the commas, the spellings, everything is absolutely proper. Proofread, as I told you, please do proofread again and again, because sometimes हमारी आंखों से शायद एक दो words slip हो जाते हैं. But if you actually get it read by somebody who's closer to you or who's closer to you right now during lockdown, please do it. Avoid any kind of slang language, like yes is become yeah. So anytime you're using any kind of a word like this in the email, it's absolutely that you cut it and you use a normal English word rather than any sort of a slang. Slang makes it look very unprofessional. Add honest information about yourself and about the content that you're writing. Whatever you're writing, make sure, just one moment. Whatever you're writing, whatever you're sharing, make sure that the information is absolutely correct, is validated by you. Whatever you're sharing is absolutely consolidated and being taken into consideration. We're all into shopping online. Now even shopping online is closed for a while. However, make sure whenever you shop from online sites, they should be those secured sites. Like we have Amazon, we have Myntra, we have Jabong, we have Nordstrom. So all these kind of sites which you know about it. There are many more platforms which have opened which do give shopping experiences to people, but make sure you have validated it before you put your hands into it. Avoid spam and pop-ups. We have these spam emails or messages or pop-ups coming in even while we're doing our YouTubes. Kuch na kuch pop-up hota rehta hai, and especially when kids are watching, make sure you don't open them or you don't kind of even have them in your email list. Whenever you get a spam, just make sure that you just get rid of it. So don't waste your time giving in to your spams and pop-ups. Something to remember, and this goes for everybody, even after the lockdown, when we all meet each other one-on-one, it goes for everybody. A person may forget what you say or what you do, but the person will never forget how you made them feel. So the feelings, even while you're writing, even while you're communicating through webinars, through telephones, make sure there's an emotional connect to it. There is a feeling to it. Just because you have the power to be on the internet, to be on the web, to be on that social media handles wherein you are the king and you can write anything, make sure you are making the use of it in the most appropriate manner so it doesn't hurt you or your personal brand, and also it does not hurt the emotions of the person who is reading that, because it is very, very important to understand that whatever we communicate on social media stays on social media. We are almost around 4 billion people on social media right now. Imagine the kind of intensity and the kind of a thing that can happen if we write something which hampers the image of some other person. So make sure that you are very, very accurate, very, very cautious, very conscious about what you're writing about yourself and about others and about what you share. So thank you. And I hope that the complete process of learning today would make a positive shift in your lifestyles, because this lifestyle is something जो हमारे साथ बहुत दिनों तक रहने वाला है. It is going to be a new version now, and make sure these small tiny little things जो हम कर रहे हैं वो हम हमेशा करते रहें. So all of you have a wonderful experience with all that you have learned. It was a pleasure. Now I actually give the reins of the program to our team to take this forward. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you, Archana. This is like most wonderful webinar on etiquettes, and now we are open to the questions. Like I request to Tinkerly host to unmute the audience who want to ask the questions, and they can ask the questions, and I request Archana to answer those questions.
Surely,
yes,
I look
you can
forward.
ask the questions now.
Go ahead, everyone.
Anyone? Sonal, you want to ask the question?
Thanks for Archana. It's a very nice session by you.
Thank you, Sonal ji.
Okay, I think Srijani asked like want to ask the question. Yes, please.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am. First of all, it was a very nice session. I have a question.
Good evening.
When I'm mailing my seniors, like a teacher or a principal, can I use short form in that mail?
Can you give me an example as to what exactly are you specifying?
Like, ma'am, I just I have a like habit of using short form, like message MGS, like kind of that. So
Okay. Now, whenever you're talking to your teachers, whenever you're talking to your seniors, always remember that you don't use the short forms. You always have to use appropriate names. Probably could be Miss, and you can also use their surnames, or you can use it that way. But you can't use the short forms because it does not give a very good impression.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. So yes. So always have communications on a broader spectrum, wherein you are professionally dealing with your teachers.
बड़ा अच्छा था, हम देखे नहीं, एटिकेट्स बता रहा था कैसे एटिकेट्स होता है बॉस के साथ, अपने कलीग्स के साथ.
हाँ जी.
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yes, Neva, please ask your questions.
I would, the mediator, it's Richa here, and wonderful session.
Yeah, hi Richa, thank you so much for being here.
I definitely come from a very, very, background which is full of etiquettes, be it, when it comes to the overall outlook, and also I believe in following very strong netiquettes. So I also look at these set of people, I'm talking particularly about two things. One is a negative, one is a positive.
Right.
I think when we especially do a lot of Facebooking, a lot of times we do not even read the content. We tend to just put the emojis, as you rightly said, the emoticons. We don't even bother to read. We just put a like or a dislike, and there's a new one called care. In one particular incident, I'm talking about an obituary where, we put a sad face or we write rest in peace. We do not even realize what is happening on the other end. So it is very important that we read the content and then we comment. We make a sensible comment so that the impact of it is in the right manner. So
Very,
especially
very
the young
rightly said
adults-
by you. Yes. Yes.
especially the young adults, a beautiful example was given at the beginning, how the entire, 3 weeks back, there was a lot of talk about this particular page on Instagram and otherwise. We need to respect women, men, any kind of anything and everything around. We need to be more considerate. We need to have gratitude.
See, we have, you know what, Richa, you've been very rightly portrayed. Now, what happens is whenever you're on the internet, emoticons are very, very freely used right now, which I feel should not be used because, first of all, you don't know what's going on. One. Secondly, whenever you want to put up a concern, जब हम emotions के through with writing करते हैं, it becomes much more stronger. Emoticons represent nothing. Like, for example, say, okay, thank you. Smileys are still fine, but you can't go on like kind of expressing everything through the emoticons. You need to write, you need to read the content. उसके बारे में अगर आपको पता है, please लिखिए. But don't just go on freely writing or sending or kind of even posting things which are so irrelevant to the topic, because it might hurt the
Yeah.
other person who has actually posted something which is very relevant.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richa. Thank you. Yes.
Thank
So
you,
we
Richa.
have-
So, any other questions we have? Okay, so Archana, we have one question. It is, why should you be careful about what you post in an online discussion?
Okay, now say for example, we are having a discussion here and we are talking about netiquette. Say for example, if there are 2 or 3 people who are not here because of netiquette, but just want to have some sort of a joke environment and they kind of joke anything, the complete charm of the complete event goes. Similarly, whenever you go on to reading any comment or even going to any other webinars, make sure आप उस webinar में जा क्यों रहे हैं? What is your intention or what is your interest of going in there? अगर सोचिए कि आज मेरा इंटरेस्ट है कि मुझे नेटिकेट पे कुछ सीखना है, then I should be here. Otherwise, I should not waste my 80 minutes being in a webinar to distract other people also by writing comments which are hurtful or which are not appropriate. Social media has given us a very, very strong handle in hand. We have a choice, but we don't use that. वो 2 choices ये हैं कि या तो अगर आपको कोई सेमिनार या वेबिनार अच्छा नहीं लगता, you can leave it. Second is, if you like it, then be patient enough to be there and comment as per your understanding and your interest. जब हम किसी भी चीज में नई इंटरेस्ट होके कुछ भी लिखते हैं, then automatically it wastes your time. You're wasting your time and you're wasting the person who has also called you in the webinar. So यही सोचिए कि आप अगर 1-to-1 किसी से बात कर रहे हो, are you going to disrespect that person on face? No. Similar is the thing. That platform is known as social media, जहाँ पे हम बहुत ही openly लोगों को abuse भी करते हैं, inappropriate language भी use करते हैं. We go to any extent to reach their personal space. We need to understand. ये एक boon है जो हम लोगों को मिला है, जो हम लोगों को connect करता है globally. जब वो boon हम लोगों को मिला है, then why don't we use it so strongly कि एक powerful world खड़ा हो एक साथ जो एक दूसरे को ऊपर उठा रहा है. जिंदगी में critics बहुत हैं, but to uplift somebody it takes a courage and a lot of pain and hard work. So all you people, make that pain, let your muscles pain with uplifting people.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, Archana. Very well said. So, upon this, I have one more question. What do you do if you feel you are being cyberbullied? Nowadays,
Right.
teenagers are they have more exposure on social
Absolutely.
media. So, students क्या करते हैं? अपने एक दूसरे को bully करते हैं सोशल मीडिया पे
Right.
टीचर्स को भी बुली करते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
सो एक स्टूडेंट अगर अपने फ्रेंड से साइबर बुलीड हो रहा है तो वो क्या करे ताकि उसको like what should he do if he is
See-
being cyber bullied?
See, first of all, one has to understand cyber है क्या? Communication है. Communication में bully हम 1-to-1 भी होते हैं, online भी होते हैं, but the only thing that we need to learn is जब भी आप bully होते हैं, किसी से भी होते हैं, bullying का मतलब है आवाज उठाना. जब भी हम उस bully में एक साइलेंट फैक्टर डालते हैं तो बुली जो कर रहा है, सी बुली इज अ इमोशन, जो एक बिहेवियर है ये एक, और ये वो बिहेवियर है जो बुली वाला जो बुली करता है वो डरा हुआ आदमी है या डरा हुआ बच्चा है या डरा हुआ जो भी है. अगर वो आपको बुली कर रहा है और ये सोच रहा है कि मेरे बुली करने से मैं आगे वाले को डरा सकता हूँ, तो वो आपको बुली करेगा. द मोमेंट ही और शी अंडरस्टैंड्स कि सामने वाला मेरी बुली के बाद चीखेगा और चिल्लाएगा और इसके बारे में एक्शन लेगा, वो बुली वहीं पे ही खत्म हो जाएगी. सो ऑल यू यंग अडल्ट्स, ऑल यू स्टूडेंट्स, लर्न टू स्टैंड अप फॉर द बुलिंग. मेरी खुद की बेटी है जो 13 साल की है, मैं उसको सिर्फ यही समझाती हूँ, आपकी आवाज में इतनी ताकत है तो उसको यूज करो सही वक्त पे. बुली इज नॉट समथिंग कि जिसके लिए आपको चुप रहना चाहिए, उसके लिए आपको अपने लिए खड़ा होना चाहिए. अपने साथ में अगर आपको लगता है किसी के साथ हो रही है, उसके लिए खड़े हो. सो यू नो व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट अ कम्युनिटी, मेरे अभी भी आई कैन एक्चुअली फील द गूज बम्प्स. यू नो इट्स टाइम. Coronavirus has taught us to stand globally. All you wonderful people stand together, and I'm telling you, bully to kuch bhi nahi hai. Nobody will have the edge to even comment bad on your profiles. So stand stronger, stand together, and stand very, very positive.
Absolutely.
Hope I
I
was
have a
able
point
to
to
answer your question. Yes, please.
Absolutely. So we have another question from Pulkit Avasti.
Okay.
And it's, what would be the best response instead of using a smiley emoji?
Smiley is no response. To be understanding, like if say I have asked you a question, if you send a smiley, that is basically no response. That is something which tells me, okay, Pulkit, now say you have asked me a question and I send you a smiley. That basically means that I am unable to answer your question, or I don't want to answer your question, which is a rude thing to do. So don't use emoticons. Don't use emoticons at all. You know, I am very, very myself very particular about only using 2 or 3, and I don't use them because they don't convey anything. It's just it should be added to the text what you do. Say for example, if I say, okay Pulkit, you did a great job by writing a very good blog, and I send a smiley, then that smiley has some value. But if I don't write anything and I'm just sending a smiley, it's basically no communication. So please don't get into the emoticon communication that is going on these days, and get yourself some verbal action. Hope I was able to answer your question, Pulkit.
Yes. So Archana, we have another question from Facebook.
Yes.
And this is from Seema Sharma, and the question
Okay.
is how to reply to a negative rude remark on internet chats or FB.
See, again, we have a lot of power. Whenever you have anything which is okay, I'll share a small story here, Seema. A couple of years back, my father is an army officer, and he was into some kind of a thing that was happening during that time. And I happened to get onto Twitter that time because we all army children and army people, we were actually going to have a concern for that particular subject that was raised then. What happened was, on this social media handles, not everybody is going to understand you. So rather than fighting over to make those people understand, you have a very strong finger movement, which is that either you delete that comment. If you can just give them a nice statement by saying, I don't appreciate your comments. Either you stop, or I would need to block you, or I need to complain about you. If it doesn't stop, please block that person. So block is a part that can actually be used very freely on internet, and please use it for blocking all those people who get into your personal space and invade into your positive attitude towards life. Richa was here asking a question. So Seema, hope I was able to answer to your question.
Yes, I was adding to that. I was
Yes.
watching a wonderful video that you know, people through internet, if they do not have netiquettes, you can really invade into somebody's personal space. It's something like I'm sitting in in some comfortable corner of my house, but an unknown person can literally make me feel insecure even at this place. So that is somebody who's inconsiderate over the social media. And trust
Right.
all of us, there are n number of people like that. So instead of being one like that, I'm sure we should have the power, as you very nicely have put it, that we need to be very considerate. We got to be good human beings, and etiquettes are as good as etiquettes. You got to be treating people well. The
Absolutely.
gratitude really matters. Nobody wants to feel
See-
insecure. So being bullied on the internet is even better. You have the entire proof of it right on, and we just need
See,
to read more. I
see,
think
again,
the next session,
See, again, the
there are a lot
easier
of
the
acts which counteract.
right.
I'm sorry, yes.
No, I was just saying, if we
Yeah.
understand, अगर आज हम लोग साथ में same platform पे खड़े हैं, and the understanding goes that the communication is as good as one-on-one. And जब हम किसी के सामने किसी के मुंह पे कुछ गलत नहीं बोल सकते या इमोटिकॉन्स नहीं डाल सकते, then why? See, it is very easy to understand netiquette. अगर आप मुझसे कोई सवाल पूछते हैं, उसका आंसर मुझे जवाब देकर ही देना पड़ेगा. अगर मैं स्माइल करूंगी तो that's a blank conversation. Similar thing goes with netiquette. You need to understand if somebody has asked you something, you need to reply. If somebody has posted something, if it's irrelevant to your interest, ignore. If it's to your relevance, read it and then answer it properly. You can't have vague comments. You can't have your own notion or disrespectful notion. You can have a different way of expressing it, but you can't say the other person was wrong. So, we need to understand, we need to be more empathetic towards each other more now.
Absolutely. Yes. So, Archana, the last question I want to ask you, like, what is the golden rule of netiquette? Like, golden rule that everyone should, yes,
follow.
Say please.
Okay. The golden rule of netiquette is जब भी आप किसी पे नेटवर्क सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू जब भी इंटरैक्ट करते हैं, आप सोचिए कि आप उससे ऐसे इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं जैसे वो आपके सामने बैठा है या बैठी है. जब आप किसी के सामने या किसी के मुंह पे कुछ इमोशंस नहीं दिखा सकते या कुछ चीजें नहीं बोल सकते या नहीं बोलेंगे, द सेम गोज फॉर द नेटिकेट गोल्डन रूल. जो चीज आप किसी के मुंह पे नहीं बोल सकते, जो चीज आप खुद एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकते, वो चीज नहीं करें. दैट इज द गोल्डन रूल. सोचिए कि मैं 4 लोगों को जानती नहीं हूं, बट देन दे आर ऑन माय फ्रेंड, काइंड ऑफ अ सोशल नेटवर्क फ्रेंड लिस्ट. तो मैं उनको एक तरफ तक जानती हूँ. आई नो देम टू अ सर्टेन पॉइंट. देन आई शुड नो वेयर आई नीड टू स्टॉप. आई शुड नो व्हाट आई कैन कम्युनिकेट टू देम. और अगर मेरे कुछ ज्यादा फ्रेंडली कमेंट्स हैं जो मुझे लगता है कि उन तक पहुंचेंगे तो शायद उसकी एनकोडिंग ठीक नहीं होगी, देन आई शुड जस्ट बी नॉट डूइंग दैट. सो बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल. डू अ लॉट ऑफ सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन एवरीबडी कि आप क्या चीज खुद एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं, क्या चीज नहीं कर सकते. सो डोंट यूज एनीथिंग दैट इज irrelevant to your being. So like Archery, for you, अगर आप कुछ चीजें सोच सकते हैं कि जो आप इंटरनेट पे डाल सकते हैं, डालिए. जो आपकी खुद की रिक्वायरमेंट या आपकी खुद की ऑथेंटिसिटी बोलती है कि ये मैं नहीं डाल सकती, so that can all go. So that way. So the golden rule is to be yourself, to be more kind and compassionate towards people and spread positivity.
Very informative, Archana, very informative. Yes. So now we are ending this webinar, and thank you so much everyone for being with us, and thank you so much Archana for making this webinar so informative and wonderful. And I would like to thank to Tinkerly team for organizing such motivating webinars. And next Saturday again on same time we will be organizing a session on emotional intelligence with you all and our fantastic speaker, Mrs. Archana. Stay tuned and stay safe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone.
Thank you.
And I hope
Thank you so much.